All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Utah State linebacker John Miller. Man, how's it going, bro?
Good, man. Good. How are you? Thanks for having
Oh,
me.
oh yeah, anytime, bro. For those people who are not familiar with you, man, tell me about yourself.
I grew up in a small town in Oregon called Tualatin, a little suburb outside of Portland. And I went to Tualatin High School. After that, committed to Oregon State. Went to Oregon State, played there from 2020 to 2023, end of that season, then transferred over to Utah State and played my last 2 years finishing my career here.
Okay, that's cool. What got you into football?
Really, my family. It was a very sports heavy family. I mean, both my parents played collegiate sports. My mom played softball. My dad played football. My sisters played basketball and softball too. So it was kind of like everybody played a sport, and I kind of picked young that I thought I was actually going to be a basketball player, but didn't grow up to be as tall as I wanted to be. So I realized around my freshman year of high school that football was really for me, and just really that's what I think got me into it. My dad playing football, he wanted me to play when I was young, so that was always a big thing too.
Guess it was encouraging by your father then, huh?
Definitely was.
I mean, going from like what got you? What were the offers like coming out of high school?
I actually only had Oregon State as my only offer. I got it my sophomore year after my first year on varsity, and I had a lot of schools come in and come talk to me. None of them pulled the trigger to give me the offer, but kind of use that as a chip on my shoulder, trying to use that as motivation to kind of work as hard as I can once I got to Oregon State, and that's kind of how I got on the field just by special teams. So I feel like it helped me overall.
Okay, so what do you take away from going to Oregon State that got you to be where you're at?
Definitely, what I take out of it is probably just the fundamentals of what the game of football is, because I learned a lot over there with the coach I had, Trent Bray. He was a great football facade when it comes to football, like he knows everything. So being able to learn under him was a blessing, honestly. And then just being able to learn those gritty tactics when it comes to like being on special teams and being able to go out there and do everything on all four phases of special teams. I feel like that was something I really took out from over there, and realizing that's okay to do, and like that's something that you need to do to be able to get your foot in the door at all levels.
Oh yeah, for sure. So what led you to go to Utah State?
Once I went to the transfer portal, they kind of came around a couple weeks after I hopped in, and talking to a coach who I had at Oregon State, he said some very nice things about the staff when I was talking to them. And then I came out here and visited. They were my first visit that I went on in while I was in the transfer portal, and I just kind of loved Logan. It was a beautiful place. It was a small town, hometown feeling. Coming from Corvallis, this felt a lot bigger. So even though it's very small in the grand scheme, so I felt like I was solid with everything I had here, and I like the coaching staff and love the facilities and everything. So I was like, I think this is the place that I could have the best, no distractions, best seasons that I could have, and I took that risk, and I paid out very well for me.
Oh, absolutely. So what do you compare from growing up from Oregon from going to Utah, man? What's the difference of the environment?
Oh, it's a huge difference. I just mean like honestly, just in probably like diversity, just being out in the streets too. Like there's not a lot of homeless people. Like it's very clean here. It's not very clean in growing up in the Portland area. So, but that's kind of like the biggest differences. Some food differences really, but other than that, it's pretty the same. Really outdoorsy feeling. It's nice to get outside in both places. So it's really similar in some sense.
Oh yeah. It's got to be cool to go somewhere else where it's nice and fresh over there, but then sometimes it takes you out of your comfort zone.
Exactly, and that was a big thing of me being. This is my first time moving out of state, so being taking that leap of faith of getting out of state, being an in-state kid going to school a couple hours away. It was a big change and a little bit different, but I feel like I handled it pretty well. Was a little homesick in the beginning, but got over that, and then learned how to understand how to live alone.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So why should NFL teams draft you, man?
I feel like I do a lot of different things in the aspect of the game. I'm able to play in the run game really well, be able to cover if you need me to out of the backfield or just in zone drops. but also be able to play that sideline to sideline role, being able to fly things or run things down when that comes to screens, tosses, things that get to the perimeter. Being able to do that for teams, but also being able to be a big asset on special teams, being someone who can play all four phases, that whatever they need me to do, all positions, and take on any role that they ask. Really, and I feel like that's a big reason why I feel like teams should take me.
Oh yeah, they should because you can do more than that. You can do special teams, but you can play different roles of linebackers, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you showcase yourself as a little bit of a pass rusher with 8 sacks, man. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and that's another thing I bring to a team is being able to just get home, be able to be slippery in the pass rush game, and being able to add that second level threat of being able to get to the passer.
Oh yeah, and you're a tackling machine, all that. I mean, seems like watching the tape, you're everywhere on the field, so I can see why you wanted a fresh start compared to where you were. So makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I'm glad for how everything played out. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Why do you think that the transfer portal can be a beneficial for some people? Some people take too advantage of it, but why do you feel it was good on your part?
Yeah, and I definitely do agree with you. Some people do take advantage of the transfer portal, and I feel like that's why they did make the rule changes that they did. But I do think for somebody like me who benefited out of it, I feel like going to someplace and trusting the process. Like you can't really just think that everything is not going to be okay. Like you're going to have to work hard for everything. I understand that some people do have grudges, and coaches just really don't play people because of who they are. But if that's not the case, and it's just a matter of how talented you are or like what size you are, I feel like putting in that work and staying in that place and being in front of familiar eyes is always going to be the best thing, because at the end of the day, you build those relationships even deeper. You're going to have a better chance than the guy who comes in out of a big school who bounced back. So I feel like those are the best things you could try to do, is just put your head down and stay at a place for a while if you have that time and eligibility to really see things through.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, some people don't really get it, man. Like I could understand it if the coaching staff wasn't seeing a player like that as a fit, or you just wanted to get at least an opportunity to play. I could understand those parts, but some of them just transfer because they complain about their role or they complain about the coach. I mean, there's got to be other factors. I mean, I just think if you're going to use the transfer portal, at least use it very wisely, at least. But I think they just take it too much. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And it's honestly, kids are transferring to 5 different schools in 5 years, and they're like, they won't even graduate in those 5 years because the credits check back and all these different things. So it's really at a disadvantage for these kids to keep bouncing around.
Yeah, it is. But what kind of defense have you guys played at the NFL that can be relatable to the NFL level at Utah State?
I mean, when we got into our true four down, I probably think that's probably the most resemblance to that. We ran a good amount of odd front. So not a lot of NFL teams are playing odd, at least not that I've seen recently. But really, it's just our four down stuff when we get into our bigger packages, more of our 12 personnel looks, which I know that's a lot of stuff they do in the NFL, 21, 22 even. And so I feel like that stuff resembles it more because it's more one gap. You hit your gap downhill, fill the run, stuff the run, and then play your zone drops, sometimes some man out of it. But I feel like that four down under over front is probably our best comparison to an NFL defense.
Yeah, that's kind of relatable. What did they do at Oregon State also that was relatable to the NFL?
I definitely think they ran a heavy four down, 5-2, or no, 4-2-5 package. So I feel like that was probably more resemblance of an NFL defense. Like I said, Trent Bray was the DC of that defense, and he's very he has those type of not tendencies, but instincts of NFL style defenses. So that would definitely help too.
Oh yeah, I guess it's relatable on how you play the defense and all that. But how do you prepare for your opponents, and what's your game day routine, or like before the game or something like that when you get ready for the game?
Yeah. So when I start first week, once we get the scouting report, I'll definitely look at the O line first. I want to see like who's really coming off the ball hard, who's aggressive, who takes chances, who's holding a lot, just so I can get a tell for how they're going to come up in the run game, but also how I'm going to be able to attack them in the pass game. Like you said, I did have 8 sacks this year, so being able to get to the passer was a big thing for me, and what my team or what my defense wanted me to do. So being able to look at the O line and then go to the running backs and then see how they run. If they got a big back, I want to see if he really runs behind his pads or if he runs pretty high. That's a big thing that I like to see, just kind of see how people move. And then if they have a little shifty back, see how he's coming out of the backfield on these option routes or what his favorite routes are, to see what I can have an advantage on when it comes to those game time moments. And then I look at the quarterback and see what his tendencies are, and if he's a scrambler, what his favorite move is to get out of the pocket. Those are big things, because being able to get to the passer is huge. Just being able to get create long downs behind the sticks is something that can really benefit the defense. And then after that, that kind of just look at the whole offense as a whole, and then their schemes, what they run, and then getting into game day stuff is really just, we're mostly with the team all day. Just wake up, get my breakfast in, go to our pregame walkthrough, hang out for a little bit, put my feet up, make sure I'm well rested, hydrated, grab me a Pedialyte, and then we kind of go to pregame meal. After pregame meal, we'll have chapel, and then go from there to the facility, and then get my mind right and just listen to my music in my locker and get all taped and ready up.
Oh, for sure. What's like your pregame meal that you go with?
Our pregame meals is really the same every time. It's like some red pasta with some meat sauce, maybe some steaks and some corn, and then some rolls.
Okay, that makes sense with the pasta and
Mm.
all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. But as far as all that, man, so what's the area of weakness that you need to improve on to go to the next level, man? Because we all got weakness at some parts of our game, so we got to work on.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like that would be my just strength and run destruction or run block destruction, being able to get linemen off me and jack them up pretty well, just to be able to create separation and get that spacing off. And then just in my pass drops to pad level, being able to stay low, be able to change direction, be able to break well. I feel like those are two things that I could really improve in my game, which I've been working on now, getting ready for this pro day. So I'm excited.
Oh, for sure. So, which game tape should they watch just to just to get an idea of who you are as a player? Like just from all the NFL teams, if you had to pick one tape, which one would it be?
I would say Air Force. That arguably was my best game. Uh, Or I think one of my best games. I just because it was so nitty gritty when it comes to playing the triple option. You got to be really downhill. You got to be really physical. You got to impose your will on them before they impose it on you, because that's how they get people to fold, and that's how they run the score up on them. So I feel like that was a huge game. We were on the field a lot, playing a lot of snaps. It was a very physical, tough game. So I feel like that shows a lot of my game, because I was being able to fly sideline to sideline. I had a sack in that game. I was very physical in the run destruction, run block destruction. So I feel like that was a great game to
Okay,
watch.
I might have to check more into that game, but yeah, dude, it seems like when we all have one certain tape, that's what gets more teams more in love with that player, you know. But I mean, there's more on your game, of course, but what do you take away from your entire college career that makes you ready for the next level?
I think it's the adversity kind of just I went through my whole career, just not really being looked at as the guy to be able to fill positions that they needed, especially at the backer position. But when it came to special teams, it was kind of just a real life lesson of like, sometimes you don't get the glory and the fame of being the guy really out there, but you're still putting in the work to change field position, to help the team to help the team succeed. So I feel like that was a huge time period where I learned how to sacrifice and be selfless, and in my actions when it comes to the team. So I feel like that was a huge thing. And then coming into these last 2 years of Utah State, just being able to get that swagger back and have that mindset of like playing backer and getting back to things, making it feel like high school again, where you're just out there playing ball and having fun. And I feel like that's carrying me and slingshotting me into this next level of trying to go to the NFL, because I feel like I'm that hungry. I want to play. I want to keep playing. I just have fun playing so much. So I just want to keep this going. And I feel like I'll do anything it takes to get there.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, man. Once you feel like you got it, man, you just got to keep going.
100%.
Some people just stay with it, and some people just don't for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to keep it going.
Try to keep it going, bro. So, okay, so we all have backup options, man. In case it doesn't work out, what's like the option, man?
I definitely would like to see what the other leagues are talking about too before I step away. But that'd probably be my first backup plan, and then after that, getting into what my degree got me, and that's business, marketing, and stuff like that. So I feel like going into those worlds and going back home and trying to figure myself out a little bit would be the next plan.
Oh, I like that answer, bro, because I know this is a desire for you. You want to go to the NFL, and you're not gonna let it slip away. I know that's something in your dream.
100%. Yeah, and I know I gotta play everything forward for it, but I also do gotta have something in the back of my
Yeah,
mind.
gotta have something in the back. But does the moment just feel surreal at the fact that, or the surreal for the moment that the fact you're going into the NFL, or does it feel like business as usual to you?
I mean, I will say there was a certain point in my career where I was playing special teams so much and wasn't thinking that I was going to play my real position, that I really kind of gave up the NFL dreams and didn't really think that was a possibility. So it's kind of not surreal. It's surreal a little bit, just because I am at this point where I am having the opportunity, and I'm grateful enough to be able to go into this process to try to go to the NFL. So, but I also feel like this is what I do. Like at the end of the day, I play football. Like I can play at a high level and I know I can do this. So it's a little bit of both, 50-50, surreal, and kind of like business as usual, like you said.
Yeah, because when you went to Oregon State, you were just a special teamer, like you were saying, and then once you went to Utah State, you got more of your opportunities. So it's like it changes it instantly when you get that opportunity you deserve, right?
100%. Once you get those eyes on you from people and you make some plays, that's when people start talking, and then that's when you have a chance.
Oh yeah, for sure. Are you quite a trash talker, or you let the play do the talking?
I'm usually a let the play do the talking, but I've realized when I get riled up, I usually do better. So there's a couple of times I do start something a little bit, just to kind of get going, but it's really just for the competitive edge.
Yeah, it's a competitive edge, like especially how everything feels. I mean, you look at like the game, you want to get at the top of your game, you want to have an edge, and it comes down to the way it goes by. Like it just there's nothing wrong with being competitive. You want to have an edge, and you want to have a mind on your opponent, of course. But it
100%.
doesn't mean that there's no disrespect. But some people take it personal, man. But it's just the game.
It's just part of the game. It's just part of the game.
Yeah, for sure, man. Just from your perspective, man, outside of football, who are you as a person?
Outside of football, person who really just likes to hang out with his family, hang out with this small group of friends. I like to play video games, off and on, honestly, depending on what game I got going. But then other than that, I hang out with my cat. I got him to hang out with. Had him for a couple years. I have my girlfriend who I love so much, and she lives not with me, so we do long distance. But really, just stay talking to her, my family, golfing. I love to get outside and golf whenever it's nice out. Just really a guy who tries to give back and serve for other people and try to help.
Oh yeah, I mean we're all human beings outside of the world, so it's like that's what people don't realize. But yeah, you're a cat person. That's cool. I got a couple cats myself. Yeah, what's so good about having cats, man? Some people just don't understand. They're more chill and laid back compared to dogs.
I know, and that's my thing about like having a college football student athlete schedule. Like I'm barely home sometimes, especially during fall camp. Like to not have to worry about going home to let the dog out is so much nicer than I just know he's a little lonely at the crib. So it's way better not having to take dogs out and stuff like that. Like you can just leave him inside with the cat.
Yeah, most cats they just lay down and chill.
That's all they do.
But then when they see you, they're happy to see you.
That's all I need.
Yeah, but for a dog, man, they'll make a mess or they'll just jump excited, man. It's like,
hmm
especially all that. But let's do some rapid fire just to get to know more about you, and then we'll end it
hmm
from here. Um, okay, as far as all that, matter of fact, I got one more question right here. So, just for a pitch recruit for those future prospects and those other people who are in the same shoes as you. Okay, so like for those who are in the same situation as you, what would be your most encouraging to that person? Let's just say they couldn't get an opportunity to be a starter or they just felt quitting their dreams. What would you tell them?
I would tell them you have to put your head down and work. It took a lot to be able to get to where I am, honestly, today. And you also got to find the right people around you who are willing to give you the opportunity to try to let you succeed. So that's another thing. But definitely just kind of getting in with your coach, being able to master what you got to do, the playbook, how you can do your job at an Excel level. So I feel like giving yourself high expectations is something that will help drive you and get you to where you need to go. Because I feel like that's what I did for myself.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just got to get your opportunity and all that. But why should they go to Utah State, man? You got to convince them, and it's got to be like selling, bro. I mean, you got to get them coming over here.
Yeah, no, and I feel like this is honestly a great place, especially with Bronco Mendenhall coming into this program. He's changed his whole program around. He did stuff with us last year that really changed my mindset and my view on just like how this game works and how to attack the game and attack hard work. So I feel like coming here is a place that you can not only get better as a football person but as a man. And he teaches a lot of life lessons that I feel like are so valuable, not only in the game of football, but also in the game of life. So I feel like this is a great place for people to come and have no distractions and be able to work hard.
Seems like the kind of place where I can just get away and try to like be more comfortable and not try to be distracted. It seems
Yep.
like.
Yeah, just better yourself, really. That's the best thing you can do here.
From the last guy that I interviewed, he came from the same college as you, and he said that they called themselves the Misfits, man. Is that a true meaning of what you guys are? Because there's a lot of these transfer guys, and he felt like that's what they were called, the Misfits, man.
No, I mean, maybe last year, the team before this, but not this year. It was a lot different. It was a very camaraderie, like very friendly feeling of everybody was in it with each other because we were honestly going through some stuff when it came to workouts. So it was like if we're all dying together, we all might as well be friends and be cool. So it was really no time to have the beef or animosity because we are all too tired from what we were doing already.
No, like the Misfits as in the guys who transfer. That's what he was
Oh,
talking. No, he like
oh,
Jake Elkhorn was just saying that's what he was calling all of you guys from over there because you guys were transfers. The
oh
ones who were
yeah.
called the Misfits.
Yeah, that then yes, that's definitely the case because I feel like we were just a whole bunch of goofy guys that we were just in there all together from different places, but also it was very odd. We were so many people from different places, but all had so many ties to each other, and it just makes you realize how small of a world it is. And I feel like that's also how we gelled together and were acting so
Yeah,
like
it was
Mrs.
a unique situation, and you guys built something right there. And then you guys had a winning season also, so it's got to be something because getting a lot of people from the transfer is like you're adjusting to something newer, and you don't even know some of the other guys. It's like you got to
Yeah,
work
and
with
that
them.
was Yeah, and that was crazy because we did have like the first or second highest amount of transfers in this last year on this team. We had like 70 or 60 something crazy.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of getting that from because that's what he was saying. But I don't think he was saying nothing like bad. I think he was just saying more like a lot of you guys were transferring from over here. That's what he was saying.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
all right, let's do rapid fire and let's know more about you a little more. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox got to.
Okay, Madden or NCAA?
Let's say NCAA just because I can play with play as me. Like that's crazy.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that. Even if at some point on Madden, you're probably gonna play that too, man.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, man. So, all right, NCAA. That's a good answer to put it. I mean, let's see. Like, okay, Walmart or Target if you had to go somewhere to get something over there.
Target. I got Target.
Can't go wrong. Let's see. I know you're probably not too much into the fast food, but if you had to go somewhere and you had to stop, man, what would it be? McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King, low key. Burger King.
Low key, them Whoppers.
Yeah, the Whopper. Yep, exactly.
But yeah, like okay, so just from the environment where you're at, it's got to be some kind of like. Are you more of a outdoor guy, or are you more of a laid back guy where you just stay home most of the time?
I'm a little bit of both. Like I really do like chilling at the crib. Like I like hanging out the house. It's just a very nice place for me to be. It's my comfortable space. I got everything I need. But I also do like getting outside. Like it's so beautiful here. Like I feel so like mad at myself that I don't go outside some days because I'm like, wow, just the sunsets are beautiful, the days are beautiful. So I'm definitely an outdoorsy guy when I want to be.
For sure. So, okay, for like other sports interests, what interests you more, pro wrestling or basketball?
I'm a basketball guy.
Seems
I like watching
obvious.
basketball. Yeah, I like watching basketball.
Okay, basketball, but so do you get into pro wrestling or not so much?
No, I actually really wasn't into it as a kid. A lot of my friends were. I didn't really get into it growing up, but then like kind of later in life, I've been kind of like more interested in it and kind of understanding like the lore of everything and everybody. Because a lot of my teammates always know a lot about WWE.
Yeah, but you kind of look like Reigns a little bit with the facial face and the look. Like you look like you could be the second coming of him.
Yeah, and I actually did have the WWE reach out to me recruiting and see if I wanted to take that on.
So that's another backup plan, man. I'm telling you, bro. There's gonna be something in place, man. Since you came from a college and you play football, I think that's the route that pro wrestling is trying to look for. Is some of those pro football players are the ones that are
Hmm.
like that. Like Roman Reigns wasn't like he was originally a guy who played in college football at Georgia Tech and
Yep.
went to the Canadian Football League, was on the Jacksonville Jaguars or Vikings roster for a short minute, and then he just went to the pro wrestling.
Yep.
Just like that, man. It's kind of like whatever the calling card is, right?
Exactly. Whatever line of work fits you.
For sure. So, what NFL teams have you met with, or you haven't met with no NFL teams yet?
I met with I really haven't really met with many. I was at a senior bowl camp, the CGS College Gridiron Showcase, and I was over there and I was able to meet with the Lion Scout. But that was the only scout I haven't been able to talk to really. Assuming I'll be able to talk to a lot more of them on when it comes to pro day. So
Oh yeah.
looking forward to that.
So the Detroit Lions are the only one that just met with you.
Yeah, I met with them.
Oh, that's cool, bro. Like you said, once you go to your pro day and all that, then you'll start getting some more interest. But I'm pretty sure teams like Carolina or San Fran or teams like Seattle or the Rams are definitely looking into you, man, because they gotta like your tape, man.
I appreciate that.
Oh
Hope
yeah,
so.
for sure, man. I guess we got a cup. I guess we got one that's an Aggie fan. Yeah,
Oh,
cool.
go Aggies.
Cool. But you got one of those type of fans. But yeah, man, definitely appreciate your time, bro. I know the moment is just feeling like a time, bro, because not everybody gets an opportunity to live out this dream, bro. It's like a one out of a million chances for these people, man,
Mhm.
because you're competing with the best just to get into the next level.
Yep, exactly. And I appreciate you taking out your time to interview me. I had a great time. Appreciate you having me. And
Oh,
yeah, like you said, it's just got to take advantage of what I have in front of me. Just take it all in.
oh yeah, for sure, man. It's got to be a great moment, bro, and definitely appreciate the opportunity to interview, bro. Because over the years, bro, I've interviewed a lot of great athletes, bro, and I like what I've seen so far, bro. And I'm definitely rooting for you to whatever happens from here on out, bro. I'm rooting for you, but if you ever want another interview, bro, just let me know. Maybe I can get some info if San Fran or other teams are talking to you, bro, so I can put info for you, or you can keep it on the low. Whatever works for you, brother.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, and for everybody else, tell them who you are again, and then we'll go from here.
Yeah, John Miller here from Tualatin, Oregon, Utah State linebacker, trying to go to the draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. And for everybody else, go check out John Miller, linebacker, Utah State. Man, this man has 8 sacks. This man could tackle. This man is he's a very versatile linebacker, man. He can play anywhere. Like if you need him to blitz, that man can get to the quarterback, man. If you need him to cover, he'll cover. If you need him to tackle, oh, he's gonna tackle, man. Don't even have to worry about this man. If you need him on special teams, he'll do the job.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say, bro. And thank you guys for tuning in. And we're good.